Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 23rd of February. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have XRF Scientific, Santos, Karoon Energy, Incitec Pivot and Weebit Nano. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but our stock tips come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you are getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a trading account with us and have me personally help you with the buying and the selling, then please let me know. And the advice here is general only. So looking at XRF, we can see that it has been trending well since June last year. It's been very sustainable, so nice moves up followed by some flat consolidations. Most recently it broke higher here on a really big increase in volume, so that would have been really bullish. But then we can see the following day we've got this sort of long candle, this sort of long shadow on the candle. So basically a lot of price rejection higher up, so a bit of a concern, maybe an early warning sign. I think if it opens lower here, then I think that that's a potential top, potential reversal signal, possibly an early sell signal. But ultimately, if it then comes back, if it breaks these lows here at 90 cents, then that's a more serious sign, and that would definitely be a sell signal. Okay, Santos, so pretty sideways and choppy over the last year. We could see that there has been some sort of support just above, looks like 680. But most recently it seemed to break under support, and then it jumped higher on quite a bit of volume, so possibly a bit of a false break there on the downside. And now we've got this strong move higher, so if this level holds, then this could potentially be a low in Santos, and we may well see it recover from here. Okay, Karoon, so another sort of choppy, made no progress in a year looking chart, but it does seem like there's a very obvious resistance level now forming at $2.40, so it's had a few attempts at that. Hasn't pulled back too sharply. We've still got these higher lows, so potentially we've got a consolidation here under 240. So I think if it breaks these lows here near 210, that's a negative, and obviously if it can get above 240 and kick on from there, then that would be a big buy signal. Okay, Incitec Pivot. Sort of most recently we've seen this sort of big slide, so quite a negative slide there at the end of January on an increase in volumes. That was obviously bearish, but it managed to hold on to that September low, and it's been making these couple of higher highs, higher lows, so it could be starting a new move higher, or this could just be a bear flag and it's about to break down. So I think essentially if it looks like it's heading higher, you stick with it. If it breaks this low here, then you could say, okay, well that's this pattern's failed, and this is obviously a bear flag, and it'll head to lower levels. Okay, and finally Weebit Nano. So yeah, great run since October last year. Yeah, very strong trend. We could see the volume sort of really stepping in at this point at the start of January. So yeah, looking, all this looks good. However, just in the short term, last couple of days, potentially we've got a short-term top. You've got this sort of price rejection here. Then again yesterday, price rejection. So possible, little double top, tweezer top, whatever you want to call it. So we might get a cooling off here in the short term. I think as long as it stays above these lows, then that's okay. But yeah, if it breaks that, that's a negative. But based on this, I'd expect some sort of cooling off to occur. Okay, well, that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through, and we'll try to cover it next Thursday.